In the small, superstitious town of Obala, where the villagers still poured libations to the gods and whispered prayers at crossroads, lived a man named Darlington Nwosu Tall, strong and full of quiet dreams. Darlington worked as a carpenter. He lived with his aging mother, Mama Obi, who never stopped praying for him to find a good woman. Darlington had no luck with women. Some found him too poor, others left him for city men. Then, on one mist-drenched evening, as he returned from felling trees near the forest's edge, he saw her. She stood there barefoot, soaked but radiant. Her name, she said, was Amaka. She had gotten lost trying to find her cousin's home in the village. She wore white, and her hair clung to her neck like silk threads. Her eyes, they were the color of storm clouds, beautiful but hiding something ancient. Darlington brought her home. Mama Obi, though wary, said nothing. The girl was polite, modest, and hardworking. Within 3 months, Amaka and Darlington were married in a small church ceremony. No family of hers attended. She said they were dead. No one asked more questions. Their house sat near the edge of the village, where the land dipped into thick, whispering forest. Amaka loved it there. She planted flowers that only bloomed at night. She never left the house in the afternoon sun. She never entered the church again after the wedding. Still, their life seemed full. Amaka gave birth to 3 children, 1 each year. 2 boys and a girl, flawless, silent babies. They never cried through the night. They learned to walk early, to talk little, and they stared a lot, especially at mirrors. Mama Obi noticed first. These children, something about them feels cold, she told Darlington. Nonsense, he replied, brushing it off. They are quiet because they are wise. But even he had questions he buried. He never saw Amaka bathe in daylight. Her shadow never stretched under the sun. And when he asked her about her past, her smile would vanish and her voice would chill. Still, he loved her. By the 5th year of marriage, the signs grew darker. One night, he awoke to find Amaka standing outside whispering into the dark. When he called her, she turned, and for a flicker of a moment, her face was not her face. It was hollow, eyeless, then it was her again. He dismissed it as a dream. Another night, their daughter Ada came to his room and asked, "Papa, what happens if Mama forgets how to be here?" "What do you mean, my dear?" "If she forgets how to wear her skin." Darlington began to pray more. He consulted a pastor in secret. The pastor said, "Your house is heavy with something old. An offering must be made." But before he could act, tragedy struck. Mama Obi fell sick suddenly and died within days. Her last words to Darlington were, "Your wife is not of the earth. Open your eyes, my son." As was custom, the family gathered. The elders asked Darlington to name his in-laws so proper rites could be performed. He told them Amaka's village. The room went still. One of the elders, Pa Olisa, stood up with a shaking hand. "You say your wife is Amaka Naji?" "Yes," Darlington said. Pa Olisa turned pale. "She died 12 years ago. I was there. Her husband killed her in a jealous rage. She was buried at the base of the Forest of Silence." Darlington laughed in disbelief, until Pa Olisa brought the village priest, a blind old man who only came out for matters of the dead. The priest arrived at midnight, carrying sacred herbs, red cloth, and white chalk. The ritual was performed in front of Amaka and the children. Then everything changed. As the priest chanted, Amaka began to convulse. She screamed, not with fear but fury. "You brought them here. You would break the bond?" The wind howled, the ground trembled, and then she vanished, right before their eyes. Her clothes collapsed like ash, her wedding ring clinking against the floor. The children stood in silence. They didn't cry. They didn't speak. Their eyes glowed faintly in the dark. The priest dropped to his knees. "You married the dead," he whispered, "and birthed spirits. But your love, it bound them to this world." Darlington screamed into the night. His mind broke. He didn't sleep for weeks. He considered abandoning the children, but the priest warned, "If you leave them, they will return to the forest. And you may never wake again." He raised them in silence, taught them how to smile and how to live among humans. They never aged like others. Their skin remained pale. Their presence chilled the air. But they loved him deeply and purely. Every year, on the night their mother vanished, they disappeared into the forest. They returned by dawn, silent and changed, a little more human each time. No one in the village speaks of it aloud, but they warned strangers. Don't wander near Darlington's house after dark. If you see a woman in white, don't speak. Just walk away. Sometimes Darlington still dreams of Amaka.